baller, right? Do you ever think that you were born a bit too early? Like £300,000 a week for Bukayo Saka. You're thinking, that kind of money wasn't around with you your day, was it?
I look at it like this, right? I come to the game tonight with 2 pairs of gloves. I'd be quite happy to lend Joe my auxiliary pair of gloves, which I have done. If I earn 300 grand, I won't be sat alongside you 3 hobos tonight. Trust me on that. And he wouldn't have got me gloves. So there's always a bonus to not getting paid the game rate.
And are they good gloves, Joe?
They're gold-plated, virtually, these gloves.
Well, they've got history, actually. I done a club visit at Everton last week, and I don't know how. I think maybe Moisey, as a thanks for coming up, slipped them into my pocket. They're Everton's finest.
I wonder if that's how they got there. I wonder. We have 15 minutes to kick off here at Molineux. The Arsenal players have done their warm-up. Doesn't look like anybody's injured. We'll talk about that in a moment. They're all jogging over towards the tunnel before heading into the dressing room and getting ready for the game. Are they going to move 7 points clear at the top of the table? Wolves against Arsenal is coming up on Kickoff Live on TalkSport with Ladbrokes. 18 plus gambleaware.org.
Kickoff on TalkSport with Ladbrokes. 18 plus gambleaware.org.
Oh, he's really opened up the Sun newspaper there, Jim. No question, Clive. Straight in the middle and right into the free pull-out goals. Goals, yes. The ultimate football coverage with the best expert writers, in-depth tactical analysis, unrivaled coverage from every league and all the latest football action.
Think you've said it all there, Clive.
Sorry, Jim.
Not to worry, I was reading my copy of Goals anyway.
Get your free copy of Goals every Saturday, Sunday and Monday only in the Sun.
Imagine a place where you can escape for a day. Get immersed in a world of rooms, inspiration and expertise. Where you can laze in luxury accommodation. And kids can feast from 95 pence. Tickets are free to everyone and include all the attractions. You've just imagined a day out at IKEA. IKEA, the wonderful everyday.
We all fantasize about our perfect home. Sipping a morning coffee out on the terrace. Good morning, Mr. Squirrel.
Morning.
The kids building a tree, playing on the lawn.
We're playing around like football.
But come on, this isn't real. Listen, if you're serious about making your fantasy a reality, find out what your home is worth instantly with a free online valuation estimate. Get real about moving. Get on the market. Most common time to obtain an online quote between 1st of April 2024 and 30th of June 2024 was under 3 minutes. Excludes Northern Ireland.
He's having a blinder. He's clipped the post. He's looking formidable. Then substitution. His game might be over, but yours isn't. With Betfair's Safe Zone, your bet simply rolls onto the player coming on. Playing a different league with Betfair.
Valid on selected leagues and markets only. Applies to singles, multiples and bet builder bets on qualified player outcome selections. Does not apply to odds boost. T's and C's and exclusions apply. 18 plus gambleaware.org.
McDonald's wraps. All flavour, no mess. No drips on your drip or grease on your shirt. No crumbs on your keyboard or sauce on your dashboard. Just all the flavour of sweet chili chicken, barbecue and bacon chicken and new tikka chicken. Wrapped up neat. Served after 11 a.m. Tikka chicken wrap available until the 13th July 26. Fees apply to delivery orders, subject to availability.
Incredible scenes here at the Village Hotel's Pub and Grill. Fans are taking their place in the fan zone with stadium-style seating, amazing views on huge screens, and we're underway. Lovely bit of dribbling there as she tackles the burger stack. Now they're getting down the wings. Sticky barbecue. Unbelievable. Oh, and he's hit the bar. And it's there. His favourite ice-cold beer. What a result. Catch every game live in the Pub and Grill at Village. Get in. Find out more at villagehotels.com.
It's another day at Screwfix, and so Mo Farah is still getting to grips with things.
So, Mo, with Sprint Delivery, we get the order to them in as little as 20 minutes. Okay? Mo?
Mo?
Done. He was on the 18th floor.
Nice work. But, you know we use delivery riders, right?
Oh, now you tell me.
Sprint it in as little as 20 minutes. Screwfix. No stopping you. Conditions and geographical restrictions apply.
Kick off live on TalkSport with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Here for it. Book now at enterprise.co.uk. King of football commentary. Kick off live on TalkSport.
Welcome to the Emirates Stadium in North London, where the current best meet the worst in the Premier League. On a kick far side, Saka to take it. It's a deep one towards the far post. It hits the post, comes off of Sam Johnson and goes in. It's an own goal. Bit of tension in the air. Across in towards the near post, and Arakadare is there to score. glancing header past David Raya in a flash. Saka with a cross into the box. Jesus is there! And he's rescued it for Arsenal. Well, he was up there. It may well be Mosquera who got the final touch on it. Listen to that roar. Wolves will be bottom at Christmas and are certain for the drop, but Arsenal, well, maybe, just maybe, they're playing in a different league. They weren't at their best, but when the chips were down and they thought they were going to drop points in the title race, they came up with a goal when it mattered most.
That was a strange old game, mid-December, live on Talk Sports. 2 own goals won it for Arsenal, but they found it very difficult to play against a very game Wolves side. I wonder if it'll be a similar situation, similar story tonight with Wolves giving Arsenal a proper game, making them earn their win. In many ways, Wolves gifted them the win with the own goals. They possibly didn't deserve that victory that day. A very strange reverse fixture just a couple of months ago, Stuart Pearce, but maybe Wolves can take a lot of positives from that going into this tonight. Maybe Rob Edwards could say to his players, look, this is what you did. You caused them problems last night. That to rely on an injury time own goal to win the game. Let's have more of the same, but without the own goals from Wolves.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they'll be looking for today. You know, Arsenal are coming here. They want to extend. Anything less than probably 3 points for Arsenal will in some quarters seem a bad result, if you like, in the title race. But that's got to be the inspiration for Wolverhampton. Can we take something out of this game? And Rob Edwards got a bite-sized chunk their season down now because they're so far adrift. They've got to have small wins, and there's no smaller, bigger win, if you like, than taking points off Arsenal.
No, absolutely right. They've improved under Rob Edwards, haven't they?
I think so, definitely. They had certainly a peak where they went up and you saw and then it sort of plateaued a little bit. So, what he's got to do is make sure, I take it he'll be the manager to take them into next season, whatever division they're in. If they're in the season below, they're going to have to put some building blocks in place with the remaining games of this year for that.
Yeah, he's already talking about next season, so there's an acceptance that they are going down, because it is the reality. They are going to be going down. I mean, the difference between the two clubs is staggering. 9 points Wolves have got, 48 points fewer than the Gunners after 26 games. And you know what? Wolves could actually be relegated next month. Southampton were relegated with 7 games left last season. That's currently the record. Wolves could possibly beat that, but as I've been saying, Rob Edwards has improved them. He's made them better. They're more of a goal threat and they're less fallible at the back. So it's interesting to see what happens tonight. This could be one of those games where Arsenal turn it on. They are the champions-elect, let's face it. A goal in Scotland, and there's drama in Scotland as well. It's Scottish Cup 5th round. Winner is away to Neil Lennon-Dunfermline, and Aberdeen, the cup holders, lead Motherwell after 5 minutes through a Kevin Nisbet goal. And Motherwell, probably favourites for this, are down to 10 men. They've had a man sent off. Oscar Priestman has gone. Aberdeen 1, Motherwell 0. Keep you in touch with the goals as they go in this evening in the EFL and the Scottish Cup, as well as the Champions League playoffs. Earlier, Newcastle 6-1 winners away to Qarabag. I think they may be heading through to the round of 16. Anthony Gordon with 4 of the goals, 2 from the spot. Asked you, Stuart Pearce and Joe Shannon, to look at the Arsenal warm-up, because Mikel Arteta says he's having a big-time look at it after they've had four warm-up injuries this season alone. First of all, put that into context, Stuart. How much of a surprise is it that a team has had 4 warm-up injuries?
I'm astounded. If you get 1 in a season, you feel really disappointed as a manager. That's been my experience. You get 2 and you think, wow, the luck's really against us. To get 4 is unbelievable. He'll be looking. The worst thing is you do all your preparation during the week to put a team out and you lose a player, so your set plays are affected. Everything's affected. It's not straightforward. It's just lose one, we'll put one on. You're ready for it psychologically, and they'll be looking into this in real depth. And I think the conditioning coaches as well will be under the pump a little bit on this one.
Did either of you two spot anything in the warm-up today?
One thing that was quite interesting to see, positionally at least from an Arsenal perspective, was the way that Saka and Madueke, in the little drills that they were doing on the edge of the penalty area, were interchanging positions. So Saka would occasionally drift out to that regular right-hand side position, back into the centre with Madueke. We saw a lot of that against Wigan Athletic over the course of the weekend, those two combining positional rotations that might be able to drag Wolves out of the heart of that back five that they'll set up with when they're not in possession tonight. So that'll be interesting, how much drift there is between Saka and Madueke. But as a warm-up as a whole, it did seem to have the usual intensity that you'd expect.
Yeah, it did, and maybe it's that intensity is. I picked up a couple of games ago, Gabriel Hense was really integral in...
He's on the Arsenal coaching staff, yeah?
Yeah, sorry. A real voice in there, driving things on, bags of energy. When the group got together, he was the one speaking. The intensity of his warm-up and everything that went with that, and I just wonder whether that intensity and driving the players on...
In goal, number 22,
I don't know.
The 37-year-old winner. Across their back four, right back, number 64, Kyriani Saba. The academy graduate is tasked with containing Atleti's wit today. Central defenders, number 4, Joel Ordonez, the 21-year-old Ecuadorian speedster whose recovery pace is vital for Lecco's high line, and he's alongside number 44, Brandon Michele, the wall. He's been dribbled past only once in 21 attempted tackles in the Champions League this season. Left back, number 65, Joaquin Says, another 20-year-old talent who has made the left back spot his own. In the engine room, number 25, Alexander Stankovic, the son of Inter legend Dejan Stankovic, offers elite at set-piece delivery. And number 15, Rafael Onyedika, the physical destroyer. A word of warning though, he walks a tightrope tonight. One booking and he misses the second leg. The attacking trio on the right, a bold call, number 67, Mamadou Diakon. The 20-year-old Frenchman gets the nod for his raw pace and verticality. On the left, number 8, Christos Zolis, the creative heartbeat. 5 assists in 11 Champions League matches. Everything good Bruges does usually starts with him. And in the number 10 role, the captain, number 20, Hans Vanaken, the lighthouse. He controls the tempo, but like Onyedika, he is one yellow card away from suspension. And leading the line, number 7, Nicolo Tresoldi. The German striker provides the physical hold-up play to battle Atleti's centre-backs. And now for the visitors, Atletico Madrid. Diego Simeone has gone with a 4-4-2, opting for mobility and work rate over a traditional defensive pivot. In goal, the captain, number 13, Jan Oblak. He is looking to snap an uncharacteristic streak. He hasn't kept a clean sheet in his last 8 Champions League matches. The defensive line, right back, number 16, Nahuel Molina, a World Cup winner looking to exploit space down the flank. The 2 centre-backs, number 18, Mark Pubil, the young Spaniard, steps into the heart of defence for a massive European test. And number 17, David Hanko, the ball-playing defender, essential for Simeone's build-up play. And the left-back, number 3, Matteo Ruggieri, the Italian summer signing, provides that balance on the left. Across their midfield, on the right, number 20, Giuliano Simeone, the manager's son, brings relentless intensity and pressing energy. In the middle, number 6, Koke, the living legend, makes his 700th plus appearance. He anchors the side. And alongside him is number 14, Marcus Llorente, the fittest man in La Liga. He moves into the engine room tonight to provide box-to-box drive. And on the left, number 22, Ademola Lookman, the winter signing who's hit the ground running with 2 goals in his last 2 games. And the front 2, number 7, Antoine Griezmann, the little prince. He makes his 109th Champions League appearance tonight, alongside number 19, Julian Alvarez La Araña, the pressing monster. He has 4 goals in the competition and sets the defensive tone from the front. The man in the middle tonight is Sweden's Glenn Nyberg, who is tasked with both managing the temperature inside this cauldron and being supported from the VAR booth by England's Jared Gillett. An appointment that adds an interesting layer of scrutiny given the recent discourse in Spain regarding English officiating standards and the differing interpretations of laws across Europe. So, there we have it. Youth and verticality for Bruges, experience and relentless pressing for Atletico. Kickoff is moments away. Nyberg, the referee, is just going through the pleasantries with Vanaken and the Atletico captain Koke. Pennants being exchanged, teams getting into their shapes, and we will be kicking off shortly. So just to remind you that Bruges finished 19th in the league phase with 10 points. Atleti finished 14th with 13 points. Bruges have actually won 5 of their last 6 matches in all competitions and are unbeaten at home against Atletico historically. And don't forget, Atletico are on their longest ever losing run in away Champions League knockout matches, 4 consecutive losses, and they've not kept a clean sheet in their last 8 Champions League matches. If they concede tonight, it'll be a club record for their longest run without a shutout in Europe, unheard of for a Simeone side. And Bruges lead the Champions League in goals by under 21 players, 9 goals this season. Atletico, average age of 28.1. As I look down at the pitch, to see Mignolet going through his final bits of preparation. The Bruges goalkeeper is opposite number, Jan Oblak, dressed all in green, looking for that clean sheet this season. It's going to be Bruges who get us underway. They are in their traditional strip of dark blue and black with black shorts, black socks. They'll be kicking from right to left. Atletico Madrid in their traditional red and white stripes, red shorts, red socks. We are underway here in Belgium, and the ball is launched forward into the Atletico half, headed away straight away by Hanko. That goes out for a throw into Bruges on the right hand side, which their young right back Saba is going to take. He throws it back into Ordonez, the 21-year-old Ecuadorian, into Vanaken, and Vanaken moves it across to Saba. Saba goes deeper back to Ordonez, and he moves it across to Michele. Michele back into Ordonez, and first touch for Mignolet in the Bruges goal, dressed in light blue, right-footed, doesn't get a great clearance out there, but headed away in midfield by Llorente, and that goes out for another Bruges throw, quickly taken. Vanaken, heavy touch from Vanaken, goes straight back out for a throw-in. Lookman's over to get the ball, but he just passes it off to Ruggieri. Ruggieri, the Italian, looks down the line for options before pausing, throwing back. Nice touch by Koke to get away in midfield, plays in field to Griezmann, who's come very deep to receive the ball for the first time, and Pubil moves it wide right now to Simeone. First touch of the ball for the manager's son. He goes back to Pubil. Pubil rolls it across the halfway line to Hanko, and Hanko steps into midfield for the first time tonight. Little ball out to the left back Ruggieri, and it's gone back in field. Koke now, Atletico's captain, just pops it back to Pubil, and Atletico just getting familiar with the ball in the first 90 seconds here in Belgium. Bruges just dropping off, defending and pressing in a 4-4-2 shape at the moment. Ball's rolled in to Griezmann. Griezmann pops it back out to Koke, and Atletico look to move down the left now. Ruggieri takes a touch, goes back to Hanko. Hanko on the halfway line, looks for movement, takes a couple of touches inside the Bruges half, just rolls it left again to Ruggieri. That's a nice ball inside where Llorente is able to turn. He plays it back out to Pubil. Pubil keeps the ball moving. That's a heavy touch and stolen by Vanaken. Vanaken looks to come away, and Pubil's forced to poke that one back home to Jan Oblak, and Atletico can settle again and move out on the left with Hanko. Hanko plays the ball into the midfield where Llorente just pops it back out again and moves it across to Pubil. Pubil puts a bit more pace out to Molina this time. Molina into Koke. Koke hips it down the line. Griezmann looking to move into that space. Holds it up, plays inside. Back to Molina. Molina loses out. Vanaken gets the ball, touches it left once again.